Hello there.
Welcome to our season 9 tea time.
That's incredible. This is our 9th season of Tea Time. I'm Jenny.
And I'm Karen, and we are educational directors at the Aromahead Institute.
That's the hat we're wearing today. We wear so many different hats, but the hat we're wearing today is we are educators here at the Aromahead Institute. We're so excited to talk all about anxiety and how essential oils can help with situational anxiety in different situations.
That's right, because there's all kinds of situations, and we're going to be talking about this tea time season: family gatherings, which is today.
Yes.
Travel, difficult situations like conversations.
Yes.
Financial worries, work, family balance, political world events. We're just going to do it all.
We're going to do it all. And these are things that affect all of us. And so we put together this particular season of Tea Time looking at situational anxiety and how you can use essential oils to really help mitigate those things. I don't know if you know, but Karen is my mom. I am her daughter. We run 2 companies together.
Yes, Aromatics International. And that is where...
And we never have any issues. We never argue. We never have a difference of opinion. It's amazing how aligned we are on every single thing.
We have a fire sign here. We have an air sign here. So
what could go wrong?
Fan the flames.
Well, our rule here with our family business is you can have a disagreement, but you always have to come back to the table. And that's something we're very dedicated to. So we actually have a lot of fun working together.
Do we have any new folks to Tea Time here today? Is this your very first time
with us
joining us on Tea Time?
If you're a first timer, pop in. I'm a first timer because we want to give you a special Aromahead welcome. Those of you who this has been your 2nd, 3rd, 4th, or 9th season with us, let us know I am a veteran. You're a Tea Time veteran. Let us know how many seasons you've been participating in. Rad Dad Jenny, your nose might start to grow a bit. Yeah, right. I know. I know. Well, and it's all about when you have the conversations, right? Not when you're all hungry. There's some really basic family business 101 tips to stick to.
Well, when you have a family business, it's a lot different than when you actually come live together. There's a different dynamic entirely, and we have definitely had our dynamics going on, but we love it.
We love it. We love it. All right. So we've got, CD is saying 9th season for me. That is incredible. You've seen us transform from presenting on our iPhones to where we are now in our studio. So that's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. We have done it all with you guys.
Christina, 2nd time and proud. We have lots of veterans in this place. And Dana, I'm a first timer at Tea Time. Welcome. We love having our first timers here. And this is a community that's very supportive and loving. We don't, 98% of the time, we don't have any trolls ever. It's just such a supportive community. And I'm so glad that you found us to learn about essential oils.
That's right. So today's tea, let's talk about that first before we go on, since this is Tea Time, aromatherapy with Jenny and Karen during Tea Time.
Yes.
So this is a magnolia oolong tea.
Ooh.
So it's got jasmine pearl buds, it's got butterfly pea flower, organic lion's mane. What else does it have in here? Well, I'll tell you a secret of what's in here.
Oh.
This actually is called Pisces from Magic Hour.
Ooh.
So I was looking today and thinking, which tea today? And this one just jumped out at me. It is very delicious. It is a little bit on the greenish bluish side because of the pea flower in there. But, I don't know, about a month ago, we did a lavender infused honey in our Thrive membership live space.
Yes.
And last week I finally strained it. And so it's a really strong lavender infusion into this honey. And I couldn't help myself. I put it in here. Oh my goodness. It is delicious.
It really is delicious. I as soon as I tasted it, I was like, oh, this is very special.
Well, I don't know if I should tell you, Jenny, but this is supposed to, since it has a green tea in it, you only steep it for 2 to 4 minutes.
Okay.
My timer went off. I got busy. I was pulling oils, and it was at least 10 or 15 minutes. And I thought, oh great, I've ruined the tea. Put the honey in, tasted it, and You can't even tell. It's
No,
delicious.
it tastes delicious.
Yeah.
It tastes delicious. We have a lot of first timers, and so thank you for popping in that you are a first timer. And again, we want to give you a warm Aromahead welcome. We're so thankful that you're here, as well as all of our veterans. So we've got some housekeeping.
Yes, a little bit of housekeeping.
So over on the Aromatics International side of things, we have a kit for you that goes along with our tea time. And this is our most generous kit in terms of its cost. So if you go to aromatics.com, go over here to tea time, and then come down here, you can click on our kit shop now, and all the recipes we're blending for family gatherings to help ease stress with travel, with difficult conversations, with financial worries, with that work-life family balance, and looking at what's going on in our world and how can we be good global citizens. All those oils that we'll be blending with are here in this kit, and it has oils that are so wonderful for these situations. And so we put them into a kit. It's a really generous discount. So if you want to blend along with us, we highly encourage you to go to aromatics.com and grab your kit.
This is our most requested kit. Can you please do a kit for anxiety? So we have, and it is the most affordable kit that we have done to date.
Yes. Well, and let's go through the oils just really quick. And then, of course, you can grab our schedule right here for tea time and the recipes. And so let's start. We've got geranium, we've got rose grapefruit, spearmint, sweet marjoram. We've got copaiba balsam. We have cedarwood, coriander, frankincense, geranium, and there you go. Are any of these oils new to you? So we've got our geranium, our spearmint, our coriander, grapefruit, cedarwood, copaiba balsam, or sweet marjoram, spearmint. Are any of these oils new to you? Just pop that into the chat.
That's right. So once again, as we go through, you're going to have recipes each week as we go through and look at anxiety from a different viewpoint.
Yes. All right.
All right, let's talk about our family gathering.
Let's talk about our family gathering. We love to do family trips. We're a very close family.
We are. In fact, those of you who get the Aromatics International newsletter, I put one out yesterday.
I've got it here.
You've got it there?
Sure do.
We're going to have to show it to them.
Okay.
So this newsletter, we just took a family trip up north from us at this really secret place. You know, it's not that secret. People know about it, but not a lot of people know about it.
Well,
it's
let's tell them.
Holland Lake.
It's beautiful. It's one of my favorite places in the whole world.
It's like a mini Switzerland in the middle of the mountains of northern Montana.
Yes.
So these are some pictures that I shared with you. Jenny and I are doing a hiking trip. We talked about that recently. And this little one with us with a bear.
Yes.
So just in case some of you are a little concerned about this.
As you should be.
This is actually a stuffed bear.
Yes.
So a lot of people didn't realize this, but there was a guy in the parking lot who did a lot of education around bears, and he had this stuffed bear in the back of his pickup, and he wanted to bring it over to the lodge. So he did, and of course we had to take a picture, but a lot of people didn't realize it was a fake bear, and we got a lot of negative feedback saying, you can't be there with the bear.
We really did. I had a picture where I was giving the bear a sip of wine from my wine glass, and I put it up as one of my dating app profile pics, and I got a lot of feedback on that. So this is not a real bear.
That's right. But during this session, the very blend we're making today was something that came in so handy during our trip, because who wants to have any kind of anxiety going on when you're on a family trip?
You don't. You want to just enjoy being together.
That you want to enjoy being together. And in October, clear on through the new first of the new year, there are all kinds of holidays going on where people are getting together in all kinds of countries.
Yeah, absolutely.
The next one is our Canadian Thanksgiving, which is always the second Monday of October.
Yeah, I'm half Canadian because my dad's family's from Canada. We need to be better at celebrating Canadian Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it just comes by so quickly.
Just
And then,
comes
of
by
course,
so
the
quickly.
U.S. Thanksgiving comes in
Yeah.
in November. There's all kinds of things all over the place. In fact, some of you who are from other countries, you can pop in. Is there anything going on in your country right now that you could use these blends?
And I am seeing lots of folks who are looking to use spearmint. That's a new oil. And then we've got a lot of great and curious minds who are popping in new oils from the kit that we just looked at from Aromatics. They're excited to know more about.
Well, we'll talk about them as we go through.
We
as
will
we make this
definitely
recipe.
talk about them. So are we ready to jump in?
Yes, another sip. And
Another
I'm gonna set this
sip?
to the side.
Another sip of tea. How you join the Aromatics newsletter and the Aromahead newsletter, just go to aromatics.com and there will be a link to subscribe to our newsletter. And just make sure we're in your contacts and it'll pop up right in your email inbox. And over on our aromahead.com, just go to our main homepage and then at the bottom there's a link to subscribe.
Oh, I do have to say, if you are signed up for the newsletter, be sure and check your junk email because suddenly our emails are going from us, ourselves, are going into our junk.
I know. So
Mailbox.
So just make sure that you mark us as a favorite in your contacts.
Yes,
Yes.
so that you can be sure and get our newsletters because
Or
they are
go
kind
into
of
your
fun.
junk folder and search around. Just Aromatics International, aromahead.com.
We're checking into that to see why that's
right.
happening. So,
It's not just us, it's the world of email. That's just where we're at. Yes.
So today, our family gathering, this is a blend of oils that is put together to help with the family gatherings. Sheila helped put this together for us.
Yeah.
Who's our
Sheila?
Aromahead team.
Yes.
A case study instructor. She also takes care of our research papers when our students turn them in for our aromatherapy certification program. And she does a lot of holiday get-togethers with family as well. And this is one of her favorite blends that she has shared with us. We have balsam copaiba, geranium, we have grapefruit, and spearmint. So this is a blend that as you're feeling stress, it can either go into a diffuser, it can go into an inhaler, you can put it into your lotion, you can smell it, put it on your hands and just smell it with a little bit of lotion to get you by when you need it the most.
We often do that when we don't want to make up a full blend, like Karen will be talking about in just a moment, a stock blend. We will often do that as just quick aromatherapy.
That's right. The purpose of a stock blend, this is a 5 ml bottle. This holds about 100 drops. And our recipe is calling for 30 drops of balsam copaiba or copaiba balsam. It's said both ways. It's a oleo resin. And our geranium, 10 drops of geranium, 20 drops of our grapefruit, and 8 drops of our spearmint. Now, the reason why it is a stock blend is so that you can use it all through the holiday seasons.
Yes.
You don't have to make it individually every time you want to use it. You can just put all of it into one bottle, and then from here, you can make an inhaler, you can put it into your diffuser, or however you want to use it. Today, we're going to show you how to do it for a one-time use in case you want to just try it out before making the stock blend.
I like that.
So as we look at the recipe, what I do, it says, when I do an inhaler, for an adult, we can do 15 to 18 drops.
And that's really anyone above the age of 10, as long as there aren't any oils in there that are a concern with kids.
Right.
Yes.
So this recipe is fine for children from the age of 5.
Yeah, there you go.
From the age of 5 up, but we do from 5 to 10, we do decrease the drops to a total of 8 to 10 drops in an inhaler. So even kids can get really anxious when there's a lot of activity going on, a lot of family around or friends or people they don't even know. Or maybe they're at grandma and grandpa's house and their parents aren't even there. There's anxiety that happens.
Yeah.
So to be able to concentrate on them is a fabulous thing to do during the holidays. We often forget about kids. But I remember when I was a kid, I would hide behind the chair.
Yeah, I know. There's big.
People would come over and I would peek out and I was very anxious and this would have been amazing, but there weren't essential oils around back then
I know.
that I knew about, that
Right.
my parents knew about, that most people didn't know about.
Yes.
So our what we do is it calls for 30 drops of balsam copaiba. So I'm going to take that 30, and I'm going to say I'm going to double the first number. So 30, I'm going to do 3 and then double that to 6.
I like that. Aroma math.
Okay. Aroma math. So you might want to write this down. So 6 drops of balsam copaiba. It's really great for emotional wound healing. A lot of our resinous oils like frankincense, opopanax, myrrh, which you could substitute in this recipe, are really great for physical wound healing. When we talk about physical, you've often heard us say we're dealing with the emotional realms as well. So good for anxiety, for decreasing any kind of an emotional wounds. Maybe there's a relative that hasn't been around for a while that you had some words with before.
Yes.
There's some bad juju there.
Yes.
So you want to not only mitigate that, but open up your heart to love, open up your heart to forgiveness, which these will do as well, which will automatically start decreasing your anxiety.
I know. It's wonderful.
So we're going to add into our little bowl
6 drops of balsam copaiba. And again, we have 30 drops for our stock bottle. We're doing a variation for you, an inhaler blend. So since we are doing a variation, our aroma math comes in. So we're going to take the first number, which is 3, and double it to 6.
So 6 drops of our, and this is kind of a, and the reason why we're putting it in here is because we might add a drop or two of a different oil, but it's very resinous, so it takes a little bit of time for it to come out. I see little bubbles starting to go up.
3, 4,
5, 6.
yes.
And our next oil is our grapefruit. 20 drops of grapefruit. If you're doing the stock blend, put 20 drops in your bottle. Otherwise, we're going to take that 20, that first 1, 2, and double it to 4.
There you go.
So 4 drops of your grapefruit, which really helps to open up that heart, helps to begin conversations with other people in a very honoring way to who's ever there.
And now we have a total of 10 drops, and we're going for that 15 to 18.
That's beautiful.
It's so beautiful.
All right, so now we have 10 drops of geranium. So put 10 drops in, or we're going to take the 10, double it to 2. Okay, the first number is a 1, double it to 2. 2 drops of geranium, which gives us this, actually it's the geranium that opens the heart in conversations. Our grapefruit is really great at bringing in those happy, energy, cleansing, uplifting emotions.
Check that out, just as is. Oof, that's beautiful. Geranium is an oil I have to tuck in, and I love the therapeutics. I love it in this blend.
Now, our last oil that we're putting in is spearmint. Now, spearmint, when you smell it, it's a great antispasmodic for one. So a lot of times when we have anxiety, we start clenching up our digestive system, and then we eat a big meal with our family, and then we have some digestive problems going on.
That is so beautiful.
So this isn't an oil. It is a very gentle mint oil. Now it is high in carvone. So if you were putting it on topically, you would be a little bit more wary and concerned about how much you're putting on. But when you're putting it into an inhaler blend or a diffuser blend, it's perfectly safe to use. So spearmint, because of the gentle, it doesn't have the menthol in it that peppermint does, but you could absolutely put peppermint in instead of spearmint. This is gorgeous.
Oh, it really is. It's a different aroma than peppermint.
And yes, I saw earlier bergamot mint, Beatrice, would be beautiful in this blend as well. Bergamot mint is in the mint family. It's not a bergamot as our citrus is, but bergamot mint is a leafy mint. And it's more like a calming lavender, which would be excellent in this blend as well. So if you're hesitant to use the spearmint or you don't have it on your shelf, go ahead and substitute, but this will give you a beautiful blend. So 8 drops of spearmint. We don't have 2
Double digits.
Double digits. So we're going to put 1 drop in and see what we think. 1 drop. This way it doesn't overpower the blend.
Oh, that's really beautiful. It brings the geranium out for me even more, which I don't mind. Even though I said I need to tuck it in, it just brings it out.
I'm going to put 2 drops in.
Okay.
Oops, I actually put 3 in, which is perfectly fine because right now we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We have 15 drops in here now.
That's perfect.
Oh, yeah.
That's so beautiful.
For me personally, I like more of that spearmint in there.
Yeah.
But you could absolutely add more grapefruit or more geranium or more balsam copaiba.
For me, it's the balsam copaiba I would add in.
That's gorgeous. And we have enough room to put another couple of drops in.
And that's where all of our noses are different. And we just finished going through a masterclass series where we really talked about how it's just so important to blend for either your own nose, your own preference, or for the person that you're working with to make a blend that's aromatically balanced and beautiful. Otherwise, it will just sit there on your shelf.
That's right.
Did you just put more in?
2 more drops of the balsam copaiba.
So for me, that's a home run.
Now, the spearmint, the reason why we're putting that into this blend is because it encourages our breathing, opens our breathing up, and it calms the central nervous system at the same time.
I know, Liesl. I also love Aromahead. Regular math isn't my favorite. It's not my calling. It teaches me patience. I love Aromahead.
So you can see how this blend, not only is it working on our digestive system, but it's working on our emotional system to help really calm down those emotions, to open things up so that we are ready for a really great time with family and friends.
Yes.
Or someone that we're just meeting.
Yes.
So to use this, we just take our polyester wick. We'll take it, let's move this around a little bit. Whoops, I'm throwing things around.
That's great.
Just taking the wick and getting all of the deliciousness from this little bowl. And then we'll just take the wick, put it in there, snap the top on, and sometimes I have to
really get in there.
Snap it on like that. Now these are individual. So this means that you could, if you had a stock blend going on, if you did a stock blend, you could actually make inhalers, have them in a little bowl, and hand them out as your friends and family come in. These are great gifts.
Oh yeah, you give them all to your friends and family at Thanksgiving.
Everybody chill, have an inhaler.
It's for everyone.
To use this, I still smell that rosy geranium. It really comes through nicely. You want to smell that?
It really is nice. But I think this should be your inhaler.
To use this now, I know a lot of you have used this. By the way, what's the bear's name?
I don't remember the bear's name. Kate.
Grizzy?
Sure.
Grizzy. Okay, so you take this. This is the cap. You unscrew it. These are individual because you do put it in your nose.
I'm gonna get
close this. Deep inhale, and then you close the other side. Deep inhale. Now you can do this pretty quickly.
Yeah.
If this is in your pocket and you're thinking, oh, that was the most stressful conversation ever, just turn around, excuse yourself for a moment, take this out, smell it really quickly, put it back, and nobody even knows what you've done.
Yes.
This is here for you when you need it, and you can use it all through the season. This will last anywhere from 2 to 4 months, depending on how often you use it. And then you can take a butter knife, pop off this cap. It's not really easy. These really go on hard, but you can pop that off, add some more oils in there to refresh your little wick. Now, at Aromax International, these also come with a organic cotton, kind of an organic cotton ball. So you take some off, put your oils on there, and pop it in.
I love that.
All right.
And again, you can get, excuse me, you can get our kit for our Tea Time Season 9 over at aromatics.com. Just go over to the top where it says Tea Time, and you can go down and get a really great deal on all the supplies we're using in our Tea Time Season 9 recipes. Now, great question. We had someone asking about if you are going to use this topically, is there a concern with the grapefruit? And that's a great question, good intuition. Many of the citruses do have phototoxicity challenges or safety guidelines. And grapefruit, you can do up to 24 drops in 1 ounce of carrier, and you are not going to risk.
You can use a lot of grapefruit.
Yes.
But those are good questions to ask and things to be aware of.
Very good questions.
But fortunately for this blend, the grapefruit is just fine in this blend.
Yes.
So if you stick to our guidelines, of course, for a topical blend, we like to put in the same as our inhaler. 3% is 15 to 18 drops, 2% is 10 to 12 drops, or 5 to 6 for a child.
Yes.
In 1 ounce of carrier.
Yes. So the main goal of our Tea Time Season 9 is to give you great recipes and oils and ideas and suggestions on how to handle those situational anxiety moments. We would love for you to pop into the chat. What is something that is a situational anxiety trigger for you? It could be maybe it's work, maybe it's those family gatherings, maybe it is being out in a big group of people. What is that situational trigger for you? And that way we can just keep those in mind as we're talking through these blends, because there's ways to make this particular blend work for different situations.
That's right. I know in a family or in a gathering area, somebody might have had a bad day and they might even say something with the wrong tone of voice.
Yes.
That suddenly it hurts your feelings, right?
Yes.
So a blend like this is able to remind you, number one, you don't have to react that way. You can change the way that you react so that they're not affecting you. A blend can remind you of that and at the same time really support your emotions.
Yes, and I really feel honored. All of these different anxiety situational triggers are coming in, and I can relate to all of these. Mm-hmm. We've got social crowds, job interviews, holidays, family is a big thing. Speaking to an audience or leading a discussion group, absolutely, that's a huge thing. That's a huge thing.
And those of you, I saw some of you were into gems and different stones. Yes. Absolutely, you could set some things around. I'm into those as well. I love studying the gems and essential oils with gems. It's really a good duo.
I also love your handle, ADHD lawyer. Empty nest.
And yeah, Chris, when you're feeling on guard, time to get rid of those feelings. Let's get rid of those feelings and come up with a new way of feeling. And we're going to talk more about that next week.
I know, because it comes with lots of strategies, right? So this essential oil blend is so good to help with that reaction. It's also important to give yourself permission to take little breaks. Take 5 minutes, go walk around. There's all kinds of strategies as well.
Go check on the dog.
Go check on the dog. We have, what if you get annoyed by what someone does? Will this help? It will help. Also, other things will help too, like some movement, some exercise, again, taking a break.
It all kind of goes together, for sure.
Yes.
So, all right. And yes, when, our last one, we're going to talk about different political views in the family, because you're right, everybody has a different view. It's nowadays especially, it's not just this family thinks this way, it's like this part of the family thinks this way, and this person in the family thinks this way, and we all need to learn how to really honor one another and come from the heart space as we're doing our discussions.
I love that, come from the heart space. Well, this has been a great kickoff episode on our Season 9, Episode 1.
We did end up with 9 drops of balsam copaiba.
Yes, because yes,
you can also smell it in here. Oh, whoa.
That is such a good blend.
Balsam copaiba has a very mild aroma. Mm-hmm. It's warm and resinous, but very mild. The geranium is probably the one that has a large presence.
Yes.
But it's very rosy, and we did kind of tuck that in. And then, so we ended up with 9 drops of balsam copaiba if you're doing it by individual drops. We ended up with 2 drops of our geranium, 4 drops of our grapefruit, and that could be white grapefruit as well. And then we ended up with 3 drops of our spearmint. 2 drops would have been nice as well. It's not overpowering though with the 3 drops. I put 3 drops in, and this is a out of the park blend.
It is. And right below where you're watching, you can get this recipe. You can get your supplies for Tea Time Season 9. You can get the ingredients that we used in this particular blend. So definitely check out the comments below where you're watching, and it's a great resource to connect you with the recipes we're going to be working on next week, the recipe for next week.
So be sure and label your blend. Put on here, name your anxiety blend. This one is for family, so put family gathering anxiety blend. You don't even have to use the word anxiety in case a family member sees it.
Just family gathering support
family
blend.
Gathering support blend. I like that. Put your essential oils on the label and the date that you made it. You can even say, let's see, grapefruit has another year on it, so it's not a topical blend, so we're not so concerned about it. This will last, 3 or 4 months, and then 2 to 4 months, and then refresh it with your blend throughout the holiday season.
I think the best way to support us is to click the like button, click that bell for notifications, and make sure you're subscribed to our channel. That helps us to find a wider audience, and it helps us to really connect with you so that you know whenever we're going live over here at aromahead.com.
That's right.
So thank you for doing that. It's the best way to keep tea time going.
So for a spearmint substitution, do one of your other mints, like a bergamot mint, which is very calming. A peppermint would be more energizing, but it would be beautiful in here. I would probably do 1 drop of the peppermint, or just do lavender in here, because we're trying to calm. Spearmint is trying to open up the breathing. You could do a conifer as well. Balsam, fir, black spruce, any of the conifers would be great in this blend, especially as we go into more of the December area. So, and we're trying to calm the central nervous system at the same time. So,
yes.
Those are good
Those
substitutes.
are good things. Look at all these likes that just came in. Thank you so much. It really does help us to connect with other people who really resonate with our Aromahead approach and who love learning about how to use our beautiful plant resources safely and effectively.
That's right. So we sure appreciate you guys joining us. So next week we will be talking about anxiety and travel.
That's a big thing. I saw different comments coming in around travel in terms of traveling at home at night, long distances. That's a big one for me too, for sure. And so we're going to be looking at travel, and that can mean all kinds of things. So thank you, and we will see you next time. Again, thank you for liking, and please feel free to share, and it helps us to, again, connect to a broader audience. We're so thankful that you're here, either live with us or watching the replay. It means a great deal to us, and we're very, very thankful for our Aromahead community.
That's right. One more.
I was thinking it would sneak in.
One more.
I was thinking.
Kenyatta? Did I say that correct? I hope I did.
Well, the problem with asking that is that they can't answer with their voices. So Kenyatta. If not, just pop it in phonetically.
Pop it in phonetically. So I would say your daughter's autistic. What can I use for her? She has sensory issues. So what you could do is take each oil that you're going to use that you think would support her, have her smell them and see what her reaction is.
Because she'll probably give you a pretty good indicator. Either she loves it or not.
Yeah, so even spearmint can be very, very calming for her. So you'll want to check each one out. You might want to use 2 of them. You might want to put a little bit of vetiver in.
Yes.
A really grounding oil, vetiver, patchouli, even Palo Santo.
Yes, and the big thing is when you're making blends for anxiety, again, that you're making them for the person who's going to be smelling them.
That's
and
right.
if
We're
they
all
love it,
different.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. We're all different. So test them out individually.
Yes.
So, okay.
All right, well, thank you so much. We'll see you again for episode 2 in Tea Time Season 9, and we'll see you on Monday, next Monday. Bye for now.